Why is classical theism true? What do I mean by classical theism? God is all-powerful, God is all-knowing, and God is present everywhere, as in he is omnipresent, he is omniscient, and he is omnipotent. They're just three of a number of God's so-called omni attributes. There are several others, but today we're just dealing with these three as they are the most commonly known and frequently those that are attacked by people with views that don't hold to what is generally known as classic Christian theism. By that I mean, of course, these are ideas that generally have been held by the broad range of different Christian belief systems throughout the 2,000-year history of the Christian church. So I'm just going to quote three Bible passages that I think are sufficient to tell us that, as I said, God is all-powerful, God is all-knowing, and God is present everywhere. There are many others, but these three shall suffice for what we're looking at today. Acts chapter 17, verse 28. In him we live and move and have our being. Colossians 1, 16 and 17. For by him all things were created in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. All things were created through him and for him, and he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. This passage, of course, is talking predominantly about Jesus and the attributes Jesus has. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 3. He is the radiance of the power of the glory of God, and the exact imprint of his nature, and he upholds the universe by the word of his power. After making purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the Majesty on high. Again, this passage is talking about Jesus. The point, though, is that these attributes come out very strongly in these three verses. So here are several assertions that we can make from these three texts we just looked at. God created all things, as in all things visible and all things invisible, the entire universe, everything that is in it. He was before all those things that he created. In other words, he has always existed, and he exists outside of creation. God upholds the entire universe by his power, every last atom of it. God holds all things together in his Son, who is Jesus Christ. All our life depends on God, is seen by God, depends on God who knows it all and is the cause of it all and the source of it all. In him we have our very being. He is the source of our life, and everything we do has its source in him. What can we therefore conclude from these assertions we've made based on these three texts? God must be omnipresent if all of life depends on him and is moment by moment upheld by him. Because, of course, by logical inference, if he's upholding every bit of life in this universe, moment by moment, he must be there. He must be there present as it occurs. God must be all-knowing, as in past, present, and future. If all of our life's actions, past, present, and future, are done in him, and he is present in them, that means he must know about them, past, present, and future, all things. God must be all-powerful if all creation was created by him, all of life and all of the universe has its being and source in him, and all of life is upheld by him. There are many other passages throughout the scriptures that demonstrate these attributes, but these three are already in and of themselves sufficient to make these three powerful declarations. And of course, the consequence of these is, if God is all-knowing, then he knows your decisions before you make them. You cannot make decisions that he knows you will not make. God is all-knowing, then you cannot make a decision that he does not already know you're going to make. God's omni-attributes naturally, I believe, lead to a reformed view of the remainder of Scripture when they are applied consistently. I hope this helped you in this short moment to understand just how glorious and how powerful and how wondrous God truly is. The Scriptures speak of him in a way that is absolutely amazing.
Step aside, babe. Let a star do this. That's all!
That's all, folks!
Can I go home now?